Okay.
Ward 5. Dave, there's Brittany.
Okay, we're good in this one.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have quorum,
I have quorum.
just there.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday, February 11th, and I'd like to call the meeting to order for the Historic Sites Board. We'll start with the land acknowledgement. We acknowledge with respect that we are meeting in the Robinson Huron Treaty Territory, that the land on which we are gathered is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe known as Bowading. Bowading is the home of Garden River First Nation, Bechuana First Nation, and the historic Sault Ste. Marie Métis Council. Looking over the agenda, does anyone have to declare any pecuniary interest, any conflicts at all with the agenda? We're good. Adoption of the agenda, we need so there's none noted, motion for the agenda for the Historic Sites Board meeting of today, February 11th, 2026, as presented, be approved. We need someone to motion. Sarah, a seconder. Jamie. All in favor?
Could I add something? To the, if we're looking at the agenda, could I add something to, under new business?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay, so just historic sites. It kind of feeds off this page.
Okay.
At the end of our,
Later on,
yes, but it'll talk about,
about the Heritage Week.
well, no, about designated national historic things and.
Oh, okay.
So I've added that under new business.
Okay,
business.
sorry,
Yeah,
No,
Sorry,
So as amended.
maybe, sorry, so.
no, that's fine. All in favor? I think that's carried.
Okay.
Yeah. Adoption of minutes. We need someone to motion the minutes of Historic Sites Board that was on November 12th.
I'm just, before you, are you cold? Do you want? me to
No, I'm
close that
fine.
door?
I
I can close that door.
I'm fine.
Okay,
Are you fine? Jake?
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, motion. Thank you, Sarah. Seconder. Dave,
Second.
thank you, Dave. All in favor? Carried. The minutes of the Historic Sites Board meeting of November 12th were approved. And next is business arising. So Kathy, you're on it.
Nothing new under business arising that isn't otherwise on the agenda for today, so.
So we move on to accounts.
Now, in your board package. I did a tentative year end for you from 2025. And it's not, of course, the audited financials for 2025, and accounting is still doing a few tweaks on the accounts. So, the basic thing that I wanted to bring up is for those of you that are just, I don't know if you remember us discussing that at the end of each year, after the Historic Sites Board is fiscally responsible for any of the operations of the Ermatinger site, then the extra is sent and transferred into the trust fund. So currently the Historic Sites Board at the end of 2025, before any transfers, there is 120,500 in the trust. So when the city is finished and they say we're done with 2025 revenue, the net sort of revenue, and there's certain accounts, especially gift shop, courses and programming, all those are what are transferred. Bricks, the sale of bricks, all of those things. And then any actual donations, which we have had a few in 2025. So it gets put aside and then those funds are held in trust for any projects. And let's say we decide that we want to write grants for a specific project, and then there is that money in trust that we can use to leverage, because not all grants are 100% funded. So like when we did FedNor, we said, I think $5,000. It wasn't a lot that we would be contributing from the trust. So it's that sort of stuff, because FedNor was, I think it was 87% funded or something,
Wow.
like close to 90.
Mm.
For the FedNor program that we've been doing the last little while. So, but it just depends. Some are 50% funding, so that's always what at the end of year and the trust fund is sort of aimed for. It's and the general purpose of that trust is restoration projects, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. There's no parameters on it. But is there any questions? There's some questions I had, and I did bring it up at budget time for 2026, and that was to increase maintenance. That was one line item that really is, because just everything goes under maintenance if it's not supplies and programming. Really, so the maintenance includes snow shoveling, snow plowing, all those kinds of things, and the costs have really gone up this last couple of years. And the budgets have never been what a percentage put more on each line item. So I'm just waiting to see if that was, the general consensus was that the city budget for 2026 would have that. Especially like what do they call it? Percentage
Possibility.
cost of living, yes.
Mhm.
So that was one. And just in case it came glaringly on the budget lines, if you see a large amount under goods for resale, I just wanted to take a moment, because gift shop is one of the line items that is never really financed in the budget properly or realistically, and it's something I keep bringing up every year. However, gift shop runs on a net revenue. So the money we bring in under gift shop minus the expenses. And just as a global amount for you, I've done that analysis, and when we were not running the gift shop ourselves, we had the Voyageur at Batchewana doing the gift shop, River Rock Gift Shop. They were paying us rent for that space in the Heritage Discovery Center. And when they pulled out, I said, I think we can meet that rent in net revenue. And every year we have, except COVID. But so that amount is $10,000, and we again made that in net revenue this year. We did have some expenses though, that I'm just, so it brings it down. The Moneris point of sale had to be upgraded. So we're down to 8,800 out of the 10,000. But we still, it's every year we make the $10,000 mark, which is what we would have got for rent. So that's another line item I want to, but in order to make revenue, you have to have merchandise. So
Mhm. This is good.
the last couple years, and Anastasia and I went to the gift show again in January. To try and find merchandise that's appropriate. And last year was actually a really good year. We made 14,000 last year. From net on the gift shop, and that's because we brought in the Station Mall, news, the newsstand by Tim Hortons. They sell our merchandise, souvenir stuff, and same with the Ontario Travel Center, the
Oh.
Destination Ontario.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
So last year, we really
2025 or
Twenty twenty-four.
24?
took it in
24.
20, yes, we brought them on board 2024, and that end of that year. We had a net revenue of 14,000.
Wow.
So we're still, now the 10,000 might go up, we're still reconciling with Destination Ontario, their. Year end is not until March, so
Mm.
it's always a catch-up game.
So did you lose the Hudson's Bay Company merchandise?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
that didn't get
We
replaced
lost
by
it
another
at-
vendor?
no,
Oh,
we lost it before Hudson Bay even.
oh,
Yeah.
did you? Okay.
We just happened to be able to bring in the straggling end of their line
Oh.
that they would allow us to bring in.
Too bad.
So, and now the strikes have been purchased by Canadian Tire, so,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, we, in fact, when I wasn't quick enough, when Hudson Bay sold and closed and shut all its stores, we had 3 blankets in the store and they were gone in probably an hour.
Oh,
So,
Wow.
Sounds-
yeah.
Any questions or comments?
Is there other questions or
Question.
comments on the
Could
financial report?
I ask about the financial expenses, like why they?
Yes, so
Is that
welcome
because
to
you're
the
selling-
digital world.
Well, exactly, we're selling online. That's,
So, no, that's the expenses of, and I think that's where I may have put this gift shop expense, the new point of sale terminals
oh, okay,
as well. So that's why it's really up this year.
so that's not related to Visa charges? or
Yeah, it's
anything.
Visa,
actually-
all the plastic, Visa,
Okay.
debit, credit,
And point of sale.
and point of sale. And now we're going to have fees for our website.
Right,
And online sales.
so will that budget number be raised?
It-
Hopefully.
it- We
The
would,
1,700?
we would like that one and the goods for resale and material,
Oh,
maintenance, so,
materials,
maintenance.
yeah,
Yeah, everything, well, even materials, everything should be reflected more realistic, so I have to work with the city finance department. None of it is urgent, because as I said, we still make the net revenue,
mhm,
and it gets transferred to trust.
Good. Okay.
So, is there any questions from your end, for those on Zoom or anyone here? On anything?
So the board has to approve the unaudited financial report for the year end 2025. As presented. Can somebody move that? Sarah? And a seconder,
I'll second.
David? All in favor? Carried. So, the next, curators report, the KPIs 2025.
So in the board package, I believe is the chart for those that are looking on Zoom in your package, it's all kinds of colorful columns. And I put a color one out on the
Oh,
tables for you.
That wasn't for me, that
Well-
I have to share it.
No, I think Savannah's got one.
Yeah, I've got
Everyone
one.
has. It's just, these are sort of, again, this will be reviewed one more time before it goes in, our stats go into the annual report. But it's a fast glimpse at how we did this year. We had 29,000 visitors, 29,591.
Yes. Okay.
Even colored and with my glasses on, that was hard to read. Which is very close to the target that I sort of say 30,000. And you can see how it breaks down. The actual walk-in visitor is that next one, general site visitors, which is really low. Like,
So a lot are online.
Oh,
no,
Yeah,
they're
this is walk-ins, right?
walk-ins are 2110
Oh, yeah.
approximately in 2025. And so we're really hoping the new website will lure people eventually, because everyone plans their vacations online. So by having online pre-purchased admissions and those kinds of things, we're really hoping that'll increase. Our numbers come from groups and school tours and special events. That's where we get the rest of the 27,000 people. Yes,
I have a question. So maybe we can speak to this later, if not right now, but just thinking of increasing numbers for summer travel folks who will be coming through. When will we know what that programming will look like for the summer? Like how soon could we get that on our website to try and get people to purchase those experiences online now while they're planning their summer trips?
all of the stuff is going up almost immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're gonna give you a glimpse of the website today,
Okay, great.
and because
I was just thinking, once we get
Yeah.
March break,
Yeah.
most people start planning for their summer
You're
holidays,
right.
so.
And we are, the FedNor grant that we got for tourism growth and our intern. Also had a budget of marketing, so we want to reach out to our Tourism Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma Country. To get them and look at some paid promotion and social media reach and everything to get people starting to look at us online.
I don't know if there's a way to target these people, but a lot of folks from Southern Ontario travel to Thunder Bay and they stop here, but they don't necessarily think about doing anything while they're here.
Yeah,
So there could be an opportunity there as well to work in, tandem with some of these other
yeah, the
communities.
and a meeting with both of those tourism marketers will
Yeah.
enable us to figure out how and what that marketing might look like.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen very soon
Okay.
because people are planning already,
Yeah.
so. Yeah, so, you can see the breakdown even for, so the bus tours, the cruise ships, all of that. And the school tours, and then the rest sort of falls under special events, and that's the big one. That's. When we do fall rendezvous on the site, courtesy of the Friends of, and when we are participating. When we go to Canada Day, but we've had Canada Day here as well, so, and then all of our events. Fall under special events.
so you don't do that beer garden anymore that you did?
No,
Exclusive
we did,
plaza?
we did poutine feast here for several years.
Yeah,
That was over Canada Day, and
Yes,
we had 10,000 visitors for Poutine Feast.
Mhm.
So it's all been moved to the plaza, so we've
Right.
lost that big event too.
Mhm.
Fall Rendezvous seems to be the one that we can, on our own, draw the people in for a big crowd on a single day. So we had 2,800 people on the Saturday of Fall Rendezvous,
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
so.
So does this record the virtual stuff too, or just the? in-person?
Well, now we have, ever since the stop and reopening of COVID, we have not been doing online program.
Oh,
However,
because we got revenue from that, didn't we?
well, we did with the school boards because they weren't
Yeah.
able to attend in person.
Mm-hmm.
So we have meetings set aside to start to look at that again because there are schools in the district that may
Well, you were getting
benefit.
schools from Ottawa and
Yeah.
Thunder Bay.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
have, that's all part of now that we have a website and all those,
Okay.
and the strategic plan, no, sorry, the digital plan
The digital.
Oh, the digital.
that we
plan.
did, that
Yeah.
is in the strategic plan. Has that as one of the targets, so is to bring and rejuvenate virtual programming.
Okay.
But I did point out on here that the numbers have hugely increased since we've had a digital intern under the social media and website engagements. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Is there any
Question? Comments?
questions on that? When it goes into the annual report, it'll look something like this. And for those of you, I don't know, can you see my page on the camera there? Dave, can you see it, David?
I've got it on my big screen TV here.
Okay,
I downloaded it.
okay, good. So in the annual report, the KPIs go in and we do it with a pie graph as well, so that you can actually sort of see the biggest on last year's, the biggest was special events. It's just a more visual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that,
So the KPI numbers are all data, they're not revenue then?
It's just stats.
Yeah, okay, attendance.
Yeah, they call them key performance indicators, but stats.
Mhm, okay. So how do you, I wonder how you count non-paying visitors to the
They're on
gift
here.
shop? I know, I see that, but how do you count that? I could,
Everyone that sits at the front desk does little tick mark.
oh,
They
they
have
do.
a tally sheet, a
Oh,
daily tally sheet.
oh, fine, okay.
And on special event days, we have people at the front desk with clickers.
That's, yeah, I know.
And people in the house, like Halloween house is another big one.
Oh, God, yeah.
And they're at the front gate with clickers,
I
so,
remember.
so. Yeah, we've got clickers and tally sheets. The old fashioned way of.
And I have a question, just because it's on the pie chart page that we're talking about from last year's report.
Yeah,
It does say that we offer the free family passes. Would that be for special events as well, or is it just for your general entry, your general admission?
it is general admission basically,
Okay.
but we've never turned anyone away that shows up with it. It's a pass that's available at the public library. You have to sign it out like you sign a book out.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm just wondering, like, if we could maybe market that a little more this year as well. Just on our Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, it could be, and we did it started as something that I sort of put out to newcomers through some other organizations like Local Immigration Partnership, Sioux Community Career Center. so that people coming into our community as newcomers have an opportunity and it didn't cost them.
Yeah,
And so then we just decided to make it permanent as something available at the library for anyone that really can't afford to come, so.
well, and I'm thinking with the cuts that have happened
Yeah.
over the last few months and that are still coming through the Almo Steel plant, it would be really nice to be able to support families,
It's a good idea.
especially in the summer.
Were there 4 classes? At the library, 2 at each
Both,
location?
yeah, 2 of each.
So 41 seems like to me like a low number, but
Yeah, that's all we had last year that benefited from it.
And not
Sounds good.
everyone may be visiting the library and know about those extra features.
Yeah.
Other than just, you know, the online, you know, hoopla and whatnot. And
Yeah.
physical.
Yeah,
books
the
that may not
library
know.
has, like they have a
A good
parks,
idea to
they have a
promote.
parks pass that's come out, but we wouldn't hurt to promote that, I like that idea.
Cause I would love to see them checked out like every day.
I'd like to see them on, you can put a hold on, Matthew was telling me, put a hold, if you're waiting for one.
Yeah.
You know, what I thought with this was that it would encourage local traffic, people who live locally who would maybe never come here, but then,
Yeah,
you know, it's free and they could bring their kids and it's for 2 adults and 3 kids. Or
Yeah,
it's kind of like a number of 5.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but then there are other days that are, like the fall rendezvous days are free. aren't they?
Yeah, they're free.
yeah.
Doors open.
Doors open.
Let's not forget doors open, so. Yeah, there are ways of getting in here without paying.
But I've made a note, that's a good thing to promote. And
Yeah, Nancy could maybe send you a shot, a picture of what the.
I
path
think
looks
we
like.
designed it for them.
Oh, you did, there you go.
We'll figure it out.
He probably has
If
the
not,
barcode.
we'll-
And it's something,
Yeah.
it's something we can even pitch to like Mayor Shoemaker or something that, you know, he could help with the promotion. I know that he's eager, it sounds like he's eager.
Yeah.
To, you know, make sure that families feel supported through all the ups and losses that are coming, so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially during the Heritage Week, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Let's get it out there for next week.
Sorry. In your spare time.
I'm making notes for John.
Sorry, John.
Oh, this will be John's spare time, not Kathy's spare time, yeah.
John, I tease him, I said, you just wiggle your nose and everything happens.
And he does it with a smile.
I know.
I know. He's never said no, so, that's awesome.
So
So if there's no questions on KPIs,
we'll move on to CMOG 2026 strategic plan review, an update.
so the strategic plan is due for the CMOG, which for a reminder, it's Community Museums Operating Grant. But it's more than that. Anyone that applies for that has to meet the provincial museum standards. And in order to meet this year's review of standards, they're asking for the strategic plans of each museum to be handed in. And it's okay if it's halfway through the plan, or if a museum doesn't have a plan, they have to do a plan.
Oh, right.
So, ours is halfway, approximately. And so but it does need updating. And we never really got it fully flushed out into, down to the nitty gritty. So in the next couple of weeks, I'm probably going to ask for everybody to review it, and if there's anything you feel that's missing from our strengths and weaknesses and opportunities, the SWOT analysis, or if it's something you notice that is glaringly needing updated. And then there's a few people, and if the next question is if you want to work on it with me to update for the board. So a task force can be like 2 or 3 board members, but it has to be the same or more of staff. or we have to be live on YouTube for,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so maybe two of.
yeah, so
people
I
from the
was
board and then
thinking
two from-
two and, yeah, and so there will most
Sure.
likely be Ian and I and probably Virginia. And so that makes three.
Yeah.
And then, so, but everyone on the board, if you could review it. And see if there's anything that you would like encompassed in the updating of it. I will, when we review it again as a full board. Which will probably be April. Because everything, I like to present everything in May to council. So May is museum month, but it's also the month before everything's due. So CMOG's due in June. So we will have this on the agenda as a wrap up on. April's agenda. And. I have to look for us and pay attention to how we fall under. The corporate strategic plan and the pillars. And then also things that we have recently done, like we just did a digital. Strategy and plan. And so all those things. In order to update it. And of course, then just making sure our governance policy is also updated. And it might just be that we have to say, as per this, the 2024, 2029 strategic plan, it might just be words like that. But the governance policy, I can't even remember when we did it last. Not too long ago, but those are all the things that have to be reviewed.
So can I ask what the color coding means on the SWAT? There's red and purple.
Those were different people.
Oh, okay.
Those
I
were
was trying
different
to pick out the
submissions.
logic and I couldn't, there was
They
no
were just
logic.
for my purpose.
Oh,
but-
fine,
Okay.
all right.
So the SWOT analysis is in colors because they were people that, from the board,
Right, I
that
get it.
submitted. And that's
Yeah.
only board. There's a whole other document from organizations and partners.
Oh, yeah, stakeholders.
The stakeholders and then internal from like Virginia and everybody, so.
Yeah. And the friends,
Yep,
the friends
Yeah.
contributed, okay, great. Yeah, no,
so I had to bring that up because we have to review it and get it ready for CMOG and our provincial standards.
so are you looking for volunteers for this task force?
Yeah.
I know you need Sarah.
Sarah's offer.
I know, I don't wanna, like, I would be interested if you need
Okay.
a second person. But I don't wanna step on over Sarah because I know she's bringing expertise to the table, so.
Sarah's offered to do the big flushing out on the spreadsheet.
So I'm not offering.
Anyone-
that.
David or Brittany, are you feeling like you really need to be on this committee? Say yay or nay. Okay, so that's CMOG.
Now. Do we move on or is that, we talked about the governance,
Yeah, that's all part of
it's
it.
all part of
Yeah.
that.
And sorry, one more question,
Mhm.
the official due date is the end of June, that
Yes,
you need to submit it?
yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I usually like to have it all wrapped up for a May
For
council
the May
meeting,
council.
and sometimes it's the last one in May, but depending on our speed. And
Right.
sometimes it's early May. If it's early May, it's great because then we're letting everyone know publicly that May is museum month. If some of our stuff can't go till the end of May, then what I do is I do two things.
Right.
So the 1st of May, they'll get the reminder and proclamation that May is museum month and that sort of stuff, and then we do the other, yeah.
Okay.
But June is the absolute deadline.
Right, so we once council has approved, then in theory we can submit right after. that.
Yeah.
So the council presentation is when?
It's always in there.
Oh, in May. So if there's no comments or questions, then we're gonna hear about the HR changes at the site.
Just for an update for everyone is our gardener has officially retired. Our part-time cook is off sick. And so we are temporarily filling with internal staffing. So Anastasia has stepped up to the plate. So hold on one sec. I think, is it in the basement?
Yeah, they told me two,
One in the HDC,
HTC.
the Heritage Discovery Center, in the electrical room.
Yeah, okay.
There is a big
Yeah.
panel
Okay.
of flip switches.
Mhm.
The one, you'll see it marked fire. It needs to be painted and tagged
Okay,
and
so
locked.
there's two over there, okay.
One over there and one here.
Okay.
Thank you, sorry. We had an electrical inspection and our our electrical panels, there's one in each building and the one for fire has to be painted red and locked in with a little lock.
Oh,
So
Okay.
that
That's
was our
important.
electrician in to do that.
Sure.
All these things I learned.
yes, you better write this all
It's
down.
So those two positions right now are vacant until we hear otherwise from our cook. Whether or not she's coming back.
Mm,
And also you may see publicly a job posting soon. For a programmer, but in brackets, digital.
ooh,
So, and that one is supposed to come out any day.
that'd be a dream job for somebody.
So, yes,
Wow.
well, we have so much coming up with the launch of the website and everything everything's now. All these things. Way beyond my little brain of technology.
You have enough in that brain.
Oh.
Right now.
No kidding, yeah.
And so it's an opportunity for us. I've reached out to two, possibly there's a third one on the wings. Our city public works greenhouse staff is the first one I've reached out to, and I'm gonna be in discussions with them.
Mm,
And I've put out an email, first of all, to congratulate David Thompson on his executive director position with Harvest Algoma.
mm,
And to also see if they might be interested, and I don't know what this might look like. But I think it could be some great partnerships, and the third one would be the Horticultural Society. So, but they're already in partnership with Parks Canada at the greenhouse.
oh
so-
yeah, I'm thinking of Playing North as well.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do invasive species and all
Yeah.
kinds of educational stuff.
So there's,
Winter sewing, I just went to a winter sewing class on Saturday.
yeah, there's lots of opportunities with the HR changes, so. We're making the best of the dim light right now.
So Kathy, are we gonna go to the website launch or should we skip to the?
Well, if you, and I
Heritage.
just wanted to point out, before we get to all that, just a reminder too, that you will see publicly, March break is coming very fast and we launch it next week, a partnership with the whole cultural corridor again. So for those that are here in person, there is the poster is on the table. And it's a $45 pass for a family to have all access to all institutions. And the library is in on the meeting tomorrow. Not that they charge, but it's a really good opportunity to promote each other. And so families know in one central location what's
Mhm.
going on during March break.
Yeah, they were not part of the schedule last year, so
No.
I'm glad to hear that they
They're,
have.
we've invited them back,
Mm-hmm.
so. I just wanted to bring that forward under curator's report.
Is this already promoted in the schools?
No, it's going next.
It's going next week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, March break.
Yeah, this was a real panic last year, the baking and the crafts and the finger weaving and.
Yeah.
It was fun, well attended.
I have a question.
Sarah?
Do you have enough staff and or volunteers for that?
Never enough,
Never.
however. We have a plan.
Okay,
So we always go out for volunteers, so anyone on the board, anyone on our Friends of Membership, the bigger membership. And, we reach out to several school groups, like, so. Ian has a contact with, I think it's St. Mary's
Like
High
French,
School.
oh, the high school, oh, for volunteers.
Yeah.
For
But
volunteer
they need
hours.
They
their
have to
hours.
do,
Yeah.
they have to do their 40 hours, and
Mhm.
also there's a couple classes that we do specific school tours for.
Mhm.
One is tourism and culinary arts. So they came out in full force for Halloween House.
Mm, good.
Right.
And so we're going to put a call out again for high school students to do their 40 hours
be great.
during March break, so.
and from a risk mitigation perspective, do we track who has their vulnerable sector check?
Yes,
Okay,
so any board member and friends of, that has done them, we
Yeah.
have those on file, like we have that information.
and are we supposed to do them like every so often, like every 2 or 3 years, or how does that?
I
work?
have not been told that from the city,
Okay,
but we did 2 years ago go out to those particular two groups and
Yeah.
ask people to get them, and the friends of paid the fee,
okay,
so.
okay,
So if anyone hasn't done that and wants to. So we in particular will put someone that we know has had that done
yeah,
in charge of certain things, and so. In charge of children and or money,
right,
so because they've had that done.
yeah,
And then none of the students have to get it, and they will be supervised. They won't be working alone.
okay.
So that's like a police check, is that what we're talking?
Yeah,
about?
it's like another tier of the police check.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
like
is
it's checked, yeah, so there's like criminal matters and then there's judiciary or something
Yeah.
like that, so and then like the money part of it, and then there's the vulnerable sector check, which is for any checks that have to do with you working with like youth and vulnerable people. Children, youth, like the
Yeah.
elderly, things like that. Yeah, I don't know when the last time I had mine was, that's why I thought
Oh,
about it.
well, if you're interested and want to,
Yeah,
our friends of membership pays for those to be done, so we can have qualified volunteers. Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, I mean, I can look to see the last time I had mine done, if it's over 2 years or 3 years, whatever.
We
the cutoff
recommend
is.
that,
Yeah,
we always say no more than 5.
yeah, cause I know I would have had it done for when I started at the university, but that was almost 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think I have one that's still within that 5-year cutoff, but that would be probably the last one.
And the other one
Update that.
is, it's every 5 years now for Smart Serve.
Yes, that's right.
So-
I redid that one
Yeah.
last year.
In a panic, I said, Jamie, you wanna get your Smart Serve?
Well, I mean, they added another module for
I
the
know.
cannabis members, so
Yeah.
that one had to
Oh.
be done too. Yeah, I'm probably 2 years into my second Smart Serve
Yeah.
license, if that's the word.
So
But I
it
have
was
not
another
done it.
one of those things that never had an expiry, and then all of a sudden, all of us that was like, 10
Yeah.
to 20 years ago had to
Expired.
redo it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, but I have not done
I haven't
this.
done this.
The vulnerable one. So is that done through the city police or?
Yeah, so it'd be like where you live, so if you live out in the rural areas, you'd go through the OPP, but if you
Oh,
are
okay.
here in the city limits, you would go to Sault Ste. Marie. So it's
Oh,
wherever
okay.
you live.
Okay,
It just takes a little bit longer because they're checking on more things.
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah,
It's important.
Yeah.
No, I have not done that.
No,
one.
me neither.
so,
I mean, when I was working, I had to do
yeah.
that every year. I had to.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Similar, you know. I
Oh,
had-
so
Yeah.
teachers do it every year?
But there's an update.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
sign an attestation that you
Yes.
had no charges or anything
Yeah.
like that,
Right.
nothing's changed.
It's like a simple thing, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's a checklist.
No, I have not done that. So. Okay.
yeah, nurses do, like, they sign attestations as well, like anyone who's working with anyone who would be vulnerable in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PSWs, all of that.
Wow. No, that's important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any more questions anyone has on curators before I hand it back over to our care?
Everyone's
Good.
good. This is what I was gonna ask though. Do you wanna go ahead with Jamie's report?
We'll
Or-
do,
Or the
the-
website?
we'll
launch
do,
Do this as well.
well, we can save the website and
Until
stuff
last.
for the end.
Okay.
But I think Brittany's running off at some point, so just. Brittany, our website is already on a soft launch, our new website, so if you wanna check it out. It is ecnhs.com. And we are live, but we are actually next week. Going to really promote it that it because next week's Heritage Week, so. Yeah.
So it's .com, not .ca.
.com.
.com.
Interesting. Okay.
We already owned that URL,
Oh, good,
So-
good, good.
so we just are
Just keep using them, yeah.
keeping it, yeah.
Okay.
And then we will get anyone that wants to see it, we have a little presentation at the end, so.
Okay. So we'll go on to, if you have news to share, Jamie? Heritage Week, doors open.
Yeah. Did you want to post the
This-
Heritage Week, Kathy?
So Heritage Week is next week. Municipal Heritage Committee and the Historic Sites Board have always done something together. And this year, I believe there is your panels.
Oh, yes, they've been,
They're going to
Virginia
the
printed a
library.
new, well, they will go to the library.
Yeah.
Virginia's printing a new set
Okay,
because they're starting to look a little
yeah.
beaten
they're
up.
Worn and torn.
When was it where we had it at the machine shop, the big,
Oh, that conference.
Conference.
2000.
We've moved,
That was
we've
before
done
COVID.
all kinds of exhibits during
2018.
Heritage Week.
And then they got dragged around.
Okay,
to-
they did
We've
get-
even done Station Mall and
Yeah.
had volunteers in the middle of the malls.
Yeah, the City
Fair
Hall and the
And
library,
We've
doors
done
open.
City Hall, but I think. A physical exhibit is only at the library this year.
Yes,
But
both branches, I
we
think.
are gonna do a social media splash. And we went on a template that came from the Ontario Museum Association, so there's one right there for you to look at on the tables. But it will be tweaked with a different one every day. and so-
Oh, okay. So I'll go on social media.
Yeah,
Oh, good, good, because I can share on the doors open site.
yeah.
So
this one has, you can see, it has our new logo and the Municipal Heritage Committee logo. And then this one, by chance, just happens to say 25% of heritage institutions in Canada are in Ontario. And Sault Ste. Marie currently has 41 designated heritage properties, which include buildings, plaques, and monuments. So you can tell me before we actually go to social media, if that's correct.
No. Or do it.
Okay. So if there's messages, before you leave, if either one of you, cause you're both on municipal heritage, want anything in particular highlighted on these, we can do it. So for Heritage Week. And so that's the sort of the social media lit, you know, what's that called? Blitz, I guess. And then we're, for here, Historic Sites Board and Ermitinger are going out live on the new website. And then Friday of Heritage Week, it's Friday by the fire, but it's conversation with the curator. So I'm the top that
Yeah.
day.
I figured that.
Yeah,
It will be up.
and it's a lot of, you know, talking about Heritage Week, and heritage, but also the transformation we're trying to do to the digital world, so. So that's my update on Heritage Week. Do you have more from Municipal Heritage?
Just point of order, we're gonna lose Brittany in 5 minutes, and so we'll lose quorum.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, the only thing that you have to approve actually is adjournment.
Right, which is good, we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
So
so
we're
we're okay.
So there will be a proclamation for Heritage Week as well, Virginia's
Oh.
organizing that.
Okay,
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that Virginia's doing that unless you're doing it.
I'm not.
Okay.
We discussed it.
Okay, good,
And
good.
you know, we discussed it and I think we both kind of went. Proclamations are not what they used to be.
No, I know,
And-
but if it was printed, if I'm putting up the storyboards at the library, I have the proclamation that puts the two
Yeah.
displays into context, because otherwise it's just a random
Yeah,
display.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I know they don't do it at city council anymore.
does Municipal Heritage have a banner up or anything to put with all that?
Not that I'm aware of, but Virginia, we might ask Virginia,
We might be able to do
maybe a sign,
another sign
a sign at least.
that has the like the sort of like the proclamation and I don't know, something so that it ties your display.
Yeah, I imagine
together.
Matthew will leave it up for the month of February, like I think he'll leave it up to the end of February, it's not gonna go up and down in 5 days and. But I'll
And
ask.
it should be up, I don't know, is the library open for Family Day on Monday?
I have no idea.
It's also Bonus Week, so.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
So we have, the Doors Open Subcommittee started meeting and our date is September 26th. Which is the last Saturday in September, and it overlaps with Fall Rendezvous, but Kathy graciously agreed that that's not a conflict.
oh,
Cause we're trying to fit it in
Yeah.
within Ontario Culture Days, which is only 3 weekends.
yeah,
And we don't wanna conflict with other events, so anyway, this ended up being the date that we landed on.
I personally felt that it would be easier, we wouldn't have to do two.
Well, that's what I said
And
to
we're
Kathy,
open.
to
We're open.
Virginia,
So-
you're open already, you're free, yeah, you're already there, and you've got your volunteers and your reenactors and.
According to their website, on February 16th, the North Branch is closed, so Centennial will be open.
Oh, that's good,
That's interesting, they have one branch closed. Oh, I
but
didn't know.
Centennial will be open where the
Good.
display is.
Good.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll ask Matthew whether I don't know whether all the storyboards are going in one branch or both, I have no idea. Well, I'll know more when. I'm waiting for Virginia, she sent them, they're being printed, so when. So we contacted last year's sites and I contacted the Royal and everybody last year was so enthusiastic and they all said they wanted to participate and I've got everybody on board again. There's one exception because they have a big wedding going on, but so there's a couple suggestions for new sites and we're just kind of working through it and getting the portal up on the Doors Open Ontario website, and it's all just building. And we meet again at the end of March. And we're looking for volunteers. Some sites take volunteers and some don't. The new idea this year is we're having a sort of a meeting, like a reception before like maybe the Friday night or the Thursday night before doors open.
Oh, that
And we're
would be
going to
good.
invite people, host sites and volunteers and speakers and just have people get together and network. And
Yeah.
that's a new idea that we're trying out this year.
Hand
I'm
out-
looking at
hand
you
out
because it might be
something.
here.
Yeah, well, remind me to check the calendar, we might not have space that night.
Oh, okay.
Because it's fall rendezvous, but.
Oh, it's fall rendezvous.
We also
Oh,
have
God.
bus tour, I think we have a bus tour that night,
Oh, God.
road scholars, I think.
Well, that's okay. I can ask. The museum is also is added
Yeah.
this year as an added site. They didn't participate the last 2 times. So there are other places,
They-
or
and-
City Hall, or
Yeah, and
You know, a
it'd be
meeting room
good
at
to
City
hand
Hall.
out something for, here's the complete list, if they come to that reception of where you can go tomorrow, kind of thing.
yeah.
And if the bell gets encapsulated by the fall, then that could be like a good site would be the museum. To sort of like like an official launch,
I know. That's the idea.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that way the volunteers get to meet their hosts.
Thanks, Brittany, for joining
And
us.
if people have questions, and then, we could open it to the public and have, if people come in with questions and. Yeah, it's worth a try. I saw it in the Doors Open report as something that other communities do. So we'll play that by ear. Yeah, that's, basically it for that. Trying to remember if there's anything else. We didn't have a meeting this month because we didn't have quorum, so. Looking at you, Sarah,
Yeah, we had the 2018 conference, the conference sort of reception was at the museum. I just remember
Yes,
it
it
was very
was.
hot.
were you there?
I was, that's why I decided to move here, because I attended that conference.
Oh my God, did you really? Oh my God. Oh, I remember that night. We had ambulances, we had, you name it, we had all the drama going on that night. Yeah, no, they would, yeah, I can ask, well, Virginia and I will reach
Yeah.
out to Will, maybe that would be a nice central location. If they have it available, yeah.
Yeah, and the time of year might be better weather-wise too, because I just remember the museum itself being like very, very hot inside with all those people for the
Oh,
reception.
yeah, I do remember, yeah. Interesting, okay. Yeah.
If worst comes to worst, we'll negotiate.
so-
We've got all our historic tents up on the front. wall,
You do.
So it could be an.
Well, I thought you might wanna run a cash bar and make money at it, right?
Well, that's what I said, it could
Not to
be,
miss an
it could be
opportunity.
something that is still offered, but it might be outdoors.
Yeah,
Whatever,
yeah,
so,
yeah, we'll see.
yeah,
Well, we don't know the date either, the
Yeah.
date isn't fixed for that either, so,
okay.
okay. I think that's it for Doors Open, so can I comment on my new business, cause we've really danced around it a couple times, so you've got. At the back of our agenda package, there's a poster. And it says that the Sault Ste. Marie currently has 41 designated heritage properties. And I wondered whether we could look at designating Ermatinger as a National Historic Person. And if there's anyone interested in working on that nomination document.
So you're looking at other, you're always working on other.
I know.
She's always working on other nominations for.
Well,
Designation.
I've got an outstanding nomination for an event that's been 2 years in the making, so if we pick Ermatinger as a new National Historic Person, 2 years from now, we'll probably still be sitting here, waiting to hear back, but in terms of a process, are there people interested in working on that idea? Because we've got his house designated. Right, so it
We'd
would
have to look at the details of the designation because. It sort of encompasses. Him and the fur trade and the War of 1812 and all of that. But it is the house, you're correct,
it is the house at the moment.
and. My other thought was, we have. Francis Hector Clerk, the person is designated,
Exactly.
but not the building.
Exactly. So if you want to put those two, that's my second topic, but I wasn't going to bring that up. I was going to take a bite out of the first topic. So because it's my impression, based on some orientation material you provided, that someone tried to nominate the blockhouse and that nomination was declined because it's been relocated.
Oh,
And could we ask that question of the National Sites and Monuments Board, like someone to look it up for me and tell me?
Yeah.
Because the other thing that's going on, I might as well put it all out there. So Etienne Brule is a National Historic Person, and so is Nicholas Perot, there's a plaque for him down by the art gallery. Both of those designations are pending because of truth and reconciliation issues. And so for Etienne Brule, my thought was if we are able to unlock that designation and have it reworded and reconfigured, could there not be a plaque here? Because he got to Whitefish Island. Like the plaque currently is down by where he's buried, probably, Baronia.
mhm.
And I'm wondering, like, do they do two plaques, and could we have a second plaque for him up here? Because he's really the first European to
Yeah.
get this far,
Yeah,
for reasons that are maybe not completely, friendly, but, there's a number of topics in this field that I'm interested in. I'm hoping that our event gets decided on in June when the board meets. But in the meantime, I'm thinking Ermitinger is gonna be like almost, I think we just need to take the material from the factors that designated his building and apply that to him. His leadership and his
yeah, we'll
contacts
have to.
and his enterprise. And
Mhm.
his affiliations and the militia and all of that. Like, I think the pieces are all there. I don't think that nomination document is going to be hard to write up. And then what happens is you submit your nomination. If you're lucky, it's accepted, or not. Because there are times when it hasn't. And then they assign a heritage report to be written by a Parks Canada employee. And that took, with the last one, it took from July to March. And then we get the March report back, they provide it back to the nomination committee. And you have an opportunity to go through it and
Yeah.
comment, and if you're lucky, provide wording for the plaque, which was and determine where you would recommend the plaque go and all that. So it's kind of a process. It's exciting to be part of doing this, and if other people are interested, I would certainly love to share
It
that.
might, and it might also be worthwhile, I'd have to reach out to Svenja at Parks Canada. And ask her who would be the contact, but she's the one that comes around and checks on the box. So,
Oh.
Yeah.
So she's aware of ones that are missing.
yeah, oh yeah.
I could give her my list.
Svenja is really, she's very easy to work with, and she comes here a lot because of the plaques that are on the stone.
Oh,
pier.
yeah, yes,
So,
exactly, yeah.
And we have her contact information, so she might
Yeah.
be a good starting spot too.
Yeah, and I have a contact for our other nomination, so
Okay,
I might ask her. I've got a pending request for a heritage report from Nicholas Perot, I think, and her response was that I'll receive it, like it's being redacted. I'm thinking, like, why are you redacting it? Like that's the whole point of me seeing it, is seeing the
Yeah.
unredacted version, because this is what we so I'm kind of frustrated by that. I volunteered to, and they've accepted my volunteer thing to participate in this review
Process,
of the thing,
yeah.
but they haven't handed me anything to look at or to review. I don't even know the reasons for it being. They have 229 national designations under review
wow,
because of truth and reconciliation. So but I'm thinking the same issues they have with the Etienne Brule thing are probably the same for Nicholas Pearl. Because they both have the same interactions and, you know, I'm thinking, yeah. The context of those two individuals, even though they didn't overlap. So it's, you know, it is what it is, but, and I'm not even sure the Etching Relay Heritage Report reflects his travels this far north. I'm not sure they even named that he got to Lake Superior.
I don't know, I'd have to review that, I mean, he did,
Well, we
it's
know he
all-
did.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's all in,
exactly.
there's maps and everything.
But, you know, in the absence of the Heritage
Yeah.
Report, I don't know, so that would be, if anyone else is
So
interested.
historic sites designation sort of task force,
Or, you know, working group, whatever you wanna call it, yeah.
okay,
And then there might be somebody from the library who would be interested in that as well,
Yeah.
potentially, so. And, yeah,
okay.
if we don't get volunteers from here, I have a cousin. Yeah, well, yeah,
Sometimes then it might be even something to bring to the friends group, or like there's people that have interest, right?
well, like, you know, my
Yeah.
cousin Jay Radovich, the,
Yeah,
you know, in the Parks Canada, the St. Joe,
yeah.
like there's staff here who
Mhm.
work for Parks Canada who might
Even
have that.
Ministry people, like
Yeah.
there's the ministry woman that's still working here. And I think there's someone who's retired as well. Like cultural tourism and sport or whatever
Yeah.
the new ministry is now.
Yeah,
So even if they're not really like affiliated with us all the time, like there are people who are really interested in that type of thing, where it's,
Yeah.
you know, designations and whatnot.
Yeah, that's why I was suggesting the library staff member, because that would, if she has time and if Matthew's able to give her the time. Yeah,
I'll reach out to Patricia Lofstrom as our provincial
Mhm.
contact.
And if not her, then maybe she'll know someone
Yeah.
who'd be interested in serving or, you know, just giving us some time.
Mhm.
And their expertise, cause you know, having a subject matter or, yeah, like an SME would be
And-
really helpful.
well, and also do we know who nominated the person in the building here?
Probably Gladys McNeese.
Oh, well, yeah, that's that would have been
1957.
Gladys.
I do
Yes.
know the date.
You're right, I remember Gladys McNeese, yeah. Yeah, no,
She
she
saved
would have
the
done
old
it
stone
single-handed. She would not have needed a task
house.
force.
And she was her own task force.
Yeah, she was, that's right.
She started the historic sites board,
Yeah.
saved the old stone house. I'm sure it got the designation. So,
Oh, you know what, Chris Tossell would be able to contribute to the blockhouse topic.
Mhm.
If we
Yeah.
went down that road, if that's, yeah, interesting, okay.
We should think about creating a list, because especially for people like me who's like aren't from here and don't know all these people.
mhm.
It'd be really helpful just to keep an internal list of like who might know things about different parts of
Yeah.
this site.
Yeah, cause Chris was just here last Friday talking about
Yeah,
moving that building.
there are people, like even on the original historic sites board, his face is right there, and I'll be able to put a name to the face. His wife is Kitty. He was a city councillor. Yeah, he owns Suvan and Storage. Anyways, he was, at the time, he was a city councillor and he was on the original historic sites board. And he quite often has said his days with Gladys McNeese,
Oh,
so I'll have
I know
to,
he wasn't on council.
I know I see his face.
Oh, I'm thinking of another name,
So we'll try and, yeah, pull together some of these historians.
Yeah, well, it's like these local folks who have all these stories and maybe no one's really capturing them, so it'd be really nice for some of us, you know, or staff or whomever to meet with them and sort of, you know, quote unquote, pick their brain to make sure that we're capturing that data. You know, you never know how old some of these folks are, right? So you just wanna make sure that we're not losing any
Mhm.
knowledge.
well, on your staff as well, like Ian.
I was thinking. I may have to go through on the list, on the library's website, but it's Living History Algomas, but the
Mm.
oral histories. Because some of those people
Are likely on there.
are the same people,
Yeah,
so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, task force, so that was my new business. Trying to remember Lloyd's last name. Are we still recorded or?
No, we're still, until we say adjourn, we're
Okay.
on YouTube.
Okay.
Is there other new business?
No, not that I have.
So we're gonna have
Uh,
the website launch.
Yes, so David, we're going to spend some time, we could probably adjourn the meeting and then, I was just gonna show everyone the new website and our new touch screen. So, but you're more than welcome at some point to go on to the new website at ecnhs.com and see what it looks like.
I'll do that next.
Before we adjourn, I just, for the Historic Sites Board and the recording, the FedNord grant that we've had allowed us the privilege to work on several digital new projects. And I think I have mentioned, we are in the midst right now of trying to retrieve our digital assets from one of our companies we were dealing with that went bankrupt.
Oh, no.
So the augmented reality is not happening right
Oh.
away.
Oh, no.
It's on hold at the current moment.
Mhm.
However, everything else, because we've have this wonderful digital intern who's picked up the slack and helped us create as much as we needed to be creative on site. So we have all in the plans right from day one. That project was to include a touch screen in each of the buildings. And mainly in my head, in the grant application, it was so that people with accessibility issues that can't get up to the second floors, that sort of stuff would be able to see with a virtual tour on the touch screen. Plus, for the tourism component is especially the one at in the Heritage Discovery Center is we can connect it and have it at that touch screen as an on-site to purchase admissions and tickets and that sort of stuff and to connect to other tourism entities within our community and attractions. And like, so where you are now and what else is available out there and just, it's more website linkages and things. So we do have the touch screens now and we're working on getting Wi-Fi in the old stone house and the block house, but we have upgraded the Wi-Fi at the Heritage Discovery Center. So one touch screen is currently working.
Oh,
So at some point down the road, when you stop in, we'll get you to try the touch screen, David. So and so with the rest of the board. I want to meet, as I said, with Tourism Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma Country. To sort of now promote all of this sort of stuff. So the end, after the adjournment, we are gonna see the touch screen and we are gonna see the website. So
so is the blockhouse open or not
it is not this month.
this one?
It was open, but, oh, actually, sorry, it was open because we have heat now.
Exactly.
But the heat stopped working in January in the cold spot. So we have to, the technicians have been contacted to come back and fix that up for us. So it's not right at the moment. But we haven't had, big demand either.
Well,
So,
I have,
But we have used to close it at Thanksgiving and not open it
Yeah, yeah.
until May. And so now we kept it open right through till we closed Christmas kind of thing. And it'll be open early again.
oh, good.
Yeah, that's the purpose of the heat. And air in the summer.
In the summer, yeah. Yeah, nice.
So that was all before you call for adjournment.
And our next meeting is March 11th.
Yes, a month from now.
Okay. And motion to adjourn,
I will.
Sarah, and a seconder.
You don't really need one, but.
Okay. All in favor, we're now
I
adjourned.
put Jamie down.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
yeah, you start. We thought your arms were both up.
Yeah, I'm just waving my arms around.
Well, good luck, David. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, looking forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
Literally, yeah. Bye all.
Bye.
Bye, David. Yeah, I was in here last week and I was